I don't think Tank gonna come off a long layoff and go right into fighting Shakur. I think, Shakur next fight will be unified at 140. I think that would be his best solution.
Shakur, like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me, you don't know me, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including Will, fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
Terence Crawford yells at Gervonta Davis for trying to get away from Shakur Stevenson. He also said bad things about Tank Davis's personality, calling him cocky and attention-seeking, but praised his skills, strength, and fighting prowess.
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. I just don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's, using what he got to shield him. Like, he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He definitely got skills, he got power, he got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways.
Terence Crawford chose Shakur Stevenson over Gervonta Davis, saying that his choice was based on how good Stevenson was as a boxer. He said that Tank is smart and skilled, but Shakur is a different kind of fighter.
You know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50. I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. Boxing, he's definitely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter.
Terence Crawford said that Shakur Stevenson is not the same fighter he used to be. Some people might find him dull or question how hard he can punch, but Tank will not be able to hit him the way he hits other people. Crawford said that Tank tries to downplay Shakur's achievements, which makes it more about marketing than truth.
Shakur is different. People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not.
Tank Davis was great in the ring, and Terence Crawford praised his skills, strength, and brains. On the other hand, Crawford likes Shakur Stevenson as a fighter more than Tank because he thinks Shakur's defense will make it impossible for Tank to land his usual strong shots.
Tank is great for what he do, and I respect Tank in the ring and his skills and his power and his attribute and he's smart.
Yeah.
He's definitely smart. He can box his off. And I'm not saying I would pick Shakur just because our differences. I'm telling you as a fighter.
Yeah.
I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just...
Terence Crawford is also helping Shakur Stevenson get ready for a possible fight with Gervonta Davis while they are both in training camp.
Come on.
Terence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen.
Straight, boom, straight shot, like right here.
Boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam. That's when the motherfucker trying to run out. When the motherfucker trying to run, bop.
Is Shakur Stevenson locked up in camp? He wants to learn as much as he can from one of the best fighters in the world.
Even if I don't feel the same way that he's feeling at the moment, it don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If you hear, what do you think he can throw the hook? Because you out the way of the...
Terence Crawford praised Shakur Stevenson's hard work and dedication, saying that he sees his ability and believes that he will be successful.
Sponge. He soak up everything that he needed to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned from everybody.
Then throw it straight left to the body.
At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like a know-it-all. And the people that know it all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
Keyshawn Davis praised Shakur Stevenson's high boxing IQ and constant work ethic, saying that they give him an edge over almost everyone he meets.
Yeah, I get it. Well, a lot of people, but that's because a lot of people are fans of knockouts and other things that I don't really get into, honestly. But like when it comes to boxing, like he's one of those guys, and he's like super competitive. He's like super competitive, so he wants to be the best. That's what makes him like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not trying to lose. Like he ain't gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? That gives him an edge.
Eddie Hearn, on the other hand, said that Shakur Stevenson will be able to control the fight with his experience and defensive skills. He also said that Gervonta Davis's one punch could change everything in an instant.
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ wise, I think he's even up there with a Terence and those kind of guys. You know, I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite different. Do you know what I mean? Like Shakur, I say defensive. I think that's a bit harsh on Shakur, but he's not a huge puncher, but defensively and skill-wise, he's right up there.
He's a real technical fighter.
Oh, phenomenal.
Jamal Herring, a former fighter, spoke out. He said that Shakur Stevenson had already proven himself and should be put on the same list as Gervonta Davis.
You can't be selective, but then say Shakur Stevenson ain't do nothing. That's what I'm just speaking as just a fan. You know what I mean? Like Shakur, a three-time, three-divisional world champion, unified world champion. So, he's done something, you know what I mean? And he's done something enough to where if the people are bringing him up to you, it's obviously because people want to see the fight. It's not like they bringing up, a nobody. It's like, or somebody coming up in the rankings. And it's like, what have they done? But it's like, this is somebody who, y'all in the same weight class. Y'all both hold, one of the major 4 world titles in the sanctioning bodies. So I don't but I get.
But Coach Kenny Ellis played down the argument by saying that fans will always have different opinions about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. He then said it was normal in fighting. If there is a fight, it will happen. If not, the conversation will go on.
All day with that shit, and you gonna have Gervonta fans and you have Shakur fans. That's the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't let it stress you out. This shit is crazy. If they fight, they fight. If they don't, well, they don't,
The coach Teofimo Lopez thinks that Gervonta Davis is better than Shakur Stevenson. He also said that the reaction to Davis's fight with Lamont Roach could be a wake-up call that would help him get back on track and motivated for future matches.
How does that fight play out if Shakur goes against Gervonta?
I still think Gervonta will win against Shakur. Me, technically, I just think it like that. But I think all this was needed, for sure. All of it was needed for
In the meantime, Timothy Bradley said bad things about Gervonta Davis's background and his opponents. He also wonders how much Shakur Stevenson's image would improve if he won, which suggests that the main prize might not be legacy related, but rather money.
You already know the perception of Tank by many of the boxing pundits, and it's the fans of boxing. You already know how they feel about Tank Davis when it comes to, I hear people talk about his resume. I hear people talking about, well, he's only 1 division champion. He really only won 1 belt. The guys that he's faced, he hasn't faced a top tier elite fighter, so on and so forth. So with that being said, why even want to entertain the fight with Tank Davis? I mean, how much credit are you going to really get, Shakur, besides the money, right?
Timothy Bradley told Shakur Stevenson to slow down his chase of Gervonta Davis because it would look like he was desperate. He talked about Stevenson's boxing skills and position, but he also warned him that focusing on one fight could hurt his image and make it harder for him to get deals in the future.
Leave Tank alone, man, for real. No need to keep beating on a dead horse, man. You know, you too skilled. You know, you got too much value for the sport. You got too much value for, you know, the sport of boxing and your career, man. And, you know, it just doesn't look right you chasing a guy. You know, you call him out once, you know, maybe twice, but then after that, bro, like, hey, let it go. Let it go. Now you looking desperate. You know, now you looking like you need him. And on top of that, you putting a price tag, if you were to fight him, on yourself.
On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson might fight Ryan Garcia before he fights Gervonta Davis. Garcia's huge win over Mario Barrios has made people more interested in and excited about the future fight in the boxing world.
Ryan Garcia, he said 144. If he's willing to do that, I'm willing to make the fight happen. But Ryan sounds more realistic, because he's being.
Garcia said that a possible fight with Shakur Stevenson would be more tactical than violent. He said that Stevenson was good at defense, but Garcia was faster and smarter than anyone else he had played, and that even the best laid plans can fail when pressure is applied.
Beat an innocent fight already, Devin Haney, which is longer, stronger, and faster than Shakur. So Shakur is better defensively, but he's never faced a guy as fast and with timing like myself.
Would you say that's probably the hardest fight for you right now?
No, it wouldn't be a hard fight. It would just be a thinking fight. And the thing is, you could think all you want. When punches are coming at you too quick, your brain can't react. I don't give a what you got going on. Your brain, you just get hit.
Shakur Stevenson showed interest by agreeing with Garcia's public calls for a fight. He made it clear that any fight had to fit into his business plan. This showed that he is keeping a close eye on his progress and won't put on weight without a plan.
Really pay attention to the fight. I threw my left hand. Teofimo just defended my left hand better than he defended my right hand. So it's some things that I see that I want to work on, that I want to go in the gym and fix, but I can't really say on camera because I'll be giving out some of the game, but I ain't giving that out no more. But now I thought it was an amazing night. I thought that I established myself in the sport. I thought that I established myself at 140 pounds, and who knows what I'm gonna do next. But from 135 to 140, I'm gonna be one of the best fighters in the sport, regardless of who I'm in.
Ryan Garcia said he is set on beating Shakur Stevenson and showing that he's the better boxer. He made it clear that this matchup is the only way to find out who really controls the division, and he is ready to make it happen.
I really wanted to fight Shakur bad. I just don't like those people that think they're like, you're not the best, bro. You're not even showing that you're that like that. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to win a fight, it's another thing to show I'm like that. Yeah. And he's out here saying, oh, I'm the best. Like, bro, you're not the best fighter, bro. There's a lot of guys that are monsters, bro. You're not a monster. But I feel like if
Shakur Stevenson was sure that he would set the pace and enforce his style, no matter what Garcia did. He made it clear that he planned to be in charge of every moment in the ring.
It'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked.
Ryan Garcia is concentrating on Shakur Stevenson, showing that he is ready to fight one of the best fighters in the world. Garcia is sure of his skills and thinks he can fully test Stevenson, which could change the outcome of an exciting, high-stakes match.
Like the top now instead of a Haney rematch.
I just think that I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him, and I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away. That's pretty much what it is. They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then when I beat his ass, Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again, and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled before. And that's it. Point blank period. I want to fight him. That's it.
Garcia thinks that Shakur Stevenson might lose his cool if he thinks too much about the fight. Garcia is sure that his speed and instincts will take over once he starts landing. He thinks back to his amateur match, which he won even though the score was disputed.
And the thing is, with Shakur, they're going to be all thinking he's going to spank me, blah, 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 all this. And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's going to be a whole... Because I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like, I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has. I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed.
Shakur Stevenson replied that he is better than his opponent, even though his opponent is good. He talked about how good his defense was and how he could face opponents directly while staying safe.
But Ryan Garcia got to understand one thing that's very important. I'm not Devin Haney. I'm not Devin Haney.
How are you different than Devin Haney?
With all due respect to Devin Haney, he got his game, but my game is at a higher level. My defense is way better. I could stand there in front of guys and defend myself. And
Joe Rogan also talked about how excited he was about a possible match between Garcia and Stevenson. He said that Garcia was quick, smart, and great in their last fight, but that Stevenson would be a very different test. Rogan praised Shakur's strange skills and called him a unique animal. He also said that the fight would be very interesting.
I'm fascinated because now they're talking about him and Ryan Garcia. I am fascinated to watch that fight because Shakur's a different animal. Ryan looked amazing in that fight. I mean, he looked amazing. I mean, he looked so fast, and it was a beautiful fight to watch. But that's an interesting fight. I like that fight. Shakur and him, I like that fight a lot. Because Shakur's just a different animal. You're dealing with a whole different kind of skill set.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, said that Garcia was smart and good at boxing. But he also said that meeting Shakur Stevenson would be a new challenge. He said that Stevenson, unlike opponents like Barrios in the past, has a strong jab, great head movement, good defense, accurate footwork, and good distance control. Crawford doesn't think the fight is as close as some people think it is. And he warns Garcia that any mistake could let Stevenson regularly counter.
You know, or boxing for that matter. You know, he was boxing beautiful. You know, and I commend him on that. Like he aced it, you know, but when it comes to Shakur is not a Barrios. Right. You know, Shakur got a jab. Shakur got a head movement. Shakur got defense. Shakur knows range. Shakur have good legs. So I look at that fight like it's not going to be as a competitive fight like everybody think, because if Ryan get careless, he's going to get countered on.
According to Joe Rogan, Garcia will fight Shakur Stevenson in a different way than he fought Barrios. He also said that Barrios couldn't keep up with Garcia's speed, which is something Garcia relies on a lot. And that this use of speed is a smart strategy that shows why Ryan is a unique fighter, a different animal.
Fight very different than he fought with Barrios. I think
he's got to.
Barrios just couldn't keep up with the speed. I mean, Ryan's speed is extraordinary. He relies on it a lot, but I mean, that's not a knock. That's just like if you had it, everybody should rely on that. Man, Shakur's a different.
Sebastian Fundora thinks Ryan Garcia will be able to beat Shakur Stevenson, but he says it will be tough. He focused on Garcia's strength while highlighting Stevenson's knowledge, ring smarts, and Olympic background. He said that Stevenson's strategy would definitely give him a big edge.
It seems to be that he's leaning towards Shakur. I think he wants to fight him at a catch weight, right? What, 44 or 45 or something like that?
Somewhere around that area, yeah.
Yeah, I think he could win. He could win. He's strong guy, but this guy's pretty smart. Shakur's pretty smart, and he has the experience that this guy would lack. He's not dancing around the belts like you said. He had the belts. He was the guy. He is the guy. So I think that's going to play into it. It's not just a guy who's going to stand there and want to trade with him like a Barrios. No, this guy's going to actually box him. He's going to use his skills. He's going to show him why he was an Olympian, why he's a multi-division champion. And with Haney, if he fights Haney, I think that'll be a good fight. We'll see if Haney learned from the last one. I favored Haney in the last fight, but I mean, that's boxing, right? Boxing, things happen. And we'll see if that's so much of a fight, or if Ryan just goes and knocks him.
At the same time, David Benavidez said that a fight between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson would be close and exciting for fans to watch. He praised Shakur's skills and growing fame, but he also said that to be truly great, you have to be willing to take chances. Benavidez said that times like this are what make winners, and he told Stevenson to take advantage of the chance while it still exists.
It's not an easy fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Like, I can't, I'm not gonna say Ryan Garcia go knock Shakur out. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Shakur's gonna go knock Ryan Garcia out. It's a 50-50 fight, and that's what we want to see. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So I was just saying, that's just my.
When Shakur Stevenson skips this fight, Benavidez tells him that he might regret it because it is the best time of his career. He said that great winners leave a legacy by facing the hardest problems head-on, instead of looking away from them. Benavidez played down Stevenson's worries about his size by saying that top fighters can change their strategies when they need to. He also told Stevenson to seize the moment, saying that it was the kind of risk that could make or break a career.
He's able to have this position, and him not taking that is going to hurt him, because at the end of the day, he's in the prime of his career. How old is he? Like 28?
Yeah,
29?
Yeah.
So he's becoming in the prime of his career. So for me, in my opinion, I think these are the best times where you should take these fights, make the biggest fights happen while you're in the prime of your career. I mean, and I'm not saying he's not going to be in the prime of his career when he's 30, 32, but this is really when it becomes. I mean, he can really get the best out of himself right now. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200.
That's all for today's program. Leave a comment with your thoughts on these fights, and don't forget to follow and turn on alerts to make sure you don't miss out on the latest fight news and other fun stuff.